How's it going, guys? It's Sane Gamer here, bringing you another video. And today I'd like to speak with you guys about insider information in the gaming community. Today I see the video from a YouTube commentator by the name of Crap Gamer, who spoke about an update that is coming out on the Xbox One that would allow 4K streaming and possibly 4K gaming as well. The issue with that is not the 4K streaming, it's the 4K gaming, okay? Folks, here's the reality of things. Neither console will do 4K gaming. The demand of it alone, matters if it's an indie game or a AAA game, is too high for what inside that console. Okay? You guys can make the argument that, well, you know, laptops can do it and stuff like that, but you gotta understand that the specs in those laptops are even higher than what's in the console, sadly to say. The issue with this also is Crap Gamer he's biased, okay? He's an Xbox fanboy that is really biased towards it. Microsoft can do no wrong in his eyes, pretty much. What he does is he'll come out with a video once in a blue moon to talk about one of the things that he dislikes about Microsoft, just to try to make it seem like he's not biased, but he's not fooling anybody. I mean, there's a lot of people that still subscribe to him and stuff like that, and it is what it is. But he's misleading people to have them believe that the Microsoft just came out with, a new console or something with a better GPU and processor, and that's the case. It's the same one that has been proving time and time again to have the far less superior graphics and the user interface being laggy and unresponsive with the useless Kinect. Okay? Folks, don't buy into that stuff. Him and Next Gen 720 are cancers to gaming. I respect Next Gen a little bit more than I do Crap Gamer, but at the same time, he is biased as well. Here's the thing. The argument can be made that I am a PC fanboy. And I'm pretty sure people could sit there and say that I am. I'm here to tell you that I am not a PC fanboy. It's just the fact that I have explored the other side of gaming and enjoyed the fact of having the luxury of changing certain settings to have a better gaming experience. Field of view is one of them. Lighting is another. Graphics is another. Resolution is another. Frame rate is another one. All these things can make the gaming experience all that much better. You can't do that with the console. I also would like to talk about how people have this negative perception about PC gamers, and they have a negative perception of PC gaming as a whole. The things that I'm getting ready to say are not something that I'm just making up. These are things that you can actually look up yourself and look at real-world testing. Okay, I can go make a $500 gaming PC, possibly a $400 gaming PC, and it do higher graphics and higher frame rates than the Xbox One and the PS4 today. That is not something I'm making up. That is something that is the truth. Another thing that, console-only gamers say is that they don't feel like, going in there and doing updates and things like that. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to always do that. It's not something that is continual. It's not something that always happens. Okay? Yes, it happens periodically. Yes, you have to do it. It's no different than you having to update your Xbox. It's just that simple. Nothing is that sophisticated. Every now and then you may have a game that may not work for whatever reason. Then you will have to take some time to figure out why and see if you can get it to work. But that is once in a blue moon. And a lot of it has to do with your PC system being so new that these older games are just not made for it, and so they don't work. That's just part of it. But you can still get them to work. It's just, it takes certain things to get them to work. My issue is this, check it out. Experience it yourself. Don't go into it with people like Crap Gamer and stuff feeding you a bunch of negative information that's not true. Because he does nothing about PC, nor does he plan on to explore the other side of gaming. Okay, experience it yourself. Do the research. Go on PCPicker.com and you can build a PC, and you can see for yourself that you can build a $400, $500 gaming PC that will outperform the PS4 and the Xbox One. That's just the truth. So the fact that PC gaming is expensive to get into is not true. The fact that it's a lot of hackers on there is not true. Okay, it's no different than on a console. Once Call of Duty developers get done with that game and they move on, you will have hackers on there. You will have hack lobbies. You will have things like that because they don't put the attention that they need to on the game anymore. So it works on both sides. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. That's what I grew up as, playing consoles. 360 I enjoyed. The PS3 I enjoyed. I enjoyed the 360 more, and I enjoy the 360 more than I do the Xbox One still to this day. And the reason for being is the community is still more. There's a lot of people on the Xbox 360 still. For one, the games that I enjoyed the most are still on the 360. None of these games right now have impressed me. None. I take that back. I say one, and that is Rise Son of Rome. And one of those reasons why is because I like that type of history. I like the Roman history and everything like that. And the game is a beautiful looking game, but at the same time, it's still, you can tell that Crytek still had to, cut down the expectations because of the consoles being so weak. That's just a sad truth. Like I said, it still looks good. I will give credit where credit is due. It's still a good looking game. As you know, and you may have heard, and some of you may have not heard, that they are coming out with Steam machines, which are PCs that are on a console format, meaning you use the controllers just like you do the Xbox One and the PS4. The user interface is similar to a console environment. You don't really have to worry about updates and everything. The games are optimized to that particular deal, and you can still upgrade the system. That would be a very good idea for Microsoft to try to think about exploring, because not only does it save money in their pocket, it gives them more money to focus on actual AAA games. It gives people the opportunity to upgrade when they get the money to. And people can say, well, not everybody is, PC entailed as far as building a PC. You're exactly right. But what they could do is make it a modular PC. The modular PC is just like you plug in a controller for a console, or you plug in a power cord with the console. If you can help a console, you can upgrade a modular PC. You can do that. You're not limited to what's in the system itself. You can upgrade. There's pros for it. That way, you don't have to keep worried about coming out with another console each year, or every 10 years or so. But spending the money towards building it and everything, so that's just an idea. Guys, just look it up. Look it up and see for yourself. That's a good idea. I mean, the console guys are like, well, we like to keep some exclusives to ourselves. If you want to play and buy a console, why should I have to settle for an inferior console? Why should I have to settle for a less capable console to play the game? These developers make the money and take the time out to build these games. Why not give them the freedom to push the game to its limits by putting it on PC? You can still put it on the Xbox One. You can still put Halo on the Xbox One, Gears of War on the Xbox One. I would still even be happy with it, with you guys getting it 3 months early and then the PC gamers get it later. What's wrong with cross-platform gaming as far as the Xbox One and the PC? People say that hackers and things like that. There's ways that you can monitor that. If that's what you're worried about, you can put a firmware update to where the Xbox One does console and keyboard compatible. And if you guys are worried about higher frame rates and stuff like that, lock it at 60 frames per second on the multiplayer. Don't limit the PC gamers to the graphic potential, but you can lock it at 60 frames per second, make it 60 frames per second on an Xbox One if it's, capable enough, with the DirectX 12, since everybody's hyping that up. Why not do that? And that way it's an even playing field. It's a win-win for Microsoft. It's more revenue for them. It's a bigger community, even a bigger community than what it is now. And it just brings us all together instead of having a, separate entity when it should all become one. I understand that that's the idea with Windows 10, is it all become one. Here's the issue with that. Microsoft is hyping up E3 and pretty much making it seem like they're focused on Xbox One exclusives and Xbox One exclusives only. That's a good idea. That's a good concept. But at the same time, guys, keep in mind, just because they say that and they tell you that does not mean that it is going to be AAA exclusives. It's going to be indie games too, guys. I'm just letting you know that now. There may be new IPs, but they could be indie games. Don't get your hopes up. I hope Microsoft comes out with something. I hope they wow me. I hope they prove me wrong in every allegation that I have right now, and speculation that I have right now, and expectation that I have right now for what this E3 is and what the potential of this console. I hope they do. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope they, they come out and say, yeah, 1080p 60 frames per second will be the norm for most games. With your big time RPG games, 1080p will be the norm, but 30 frames per second. If we can push more frame rates out of it, we will. But anticipate 1080p 30 frames per second. Call of Duty, there's absolutely no reason for it not to be 1080p 60 frames per second, native with the anti-aliasing. Absolutely no reason. So, with that being said, guys, I would love to get back on the console, but right now there's no reason for me to get back on the console. Absolutely none. And so, why not get the people that can afford a PC, the games that Microsoft has for the Xbox One? Make it a, one community. And, it would be better for everybody. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like, favorite, subscribe, share this video if you find it interesting. Give me your opinions on it. And let me know what you think about the idea that I have came up with. And I'm happy to debate, respectfully debate, and talk about it. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them. If you guys can enlighten me on some things that I may not know, I'm all for that as well. Like I said, guys, keep gaming and enjoy the gaming. And like I said, if anybody is curious on PC gaming, experience yourself, do your research. Don't let people mislead you in the wrong information. Have a good one, guys.